दोस्तों मैं हूं आरजे राजीव यहाँ वॉशिंगटन डीसी के सुनो ऑडियो स्टूडियो से लेके आ रहा हूं आपके लिए एक और प्यारा सा प्रोग्राम। और आज के प्रोग्राम में दोस्तों हम बातें करने वाले हैं डीसी साउथ एशियन literary festival that will be happening very soon here in Washington DC. And I want to talk before that, let me change my privacy so that people can share if they want to. And डीसी साउथ एशियन लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल जो अगले हफ्ते स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम May 5th यहाँ वॉशिंगटन डीसी में होने वाला है। इट विल बी अ लाइव इन पर्सन फेस्टिवल प्लस द वर्चुअल फेस्टिवल। इट विल बी हैपनिंग फ्रॉम May 5th to May 14th। और एक चीज देखने को मिली है मेरे को और सीखने को मिली है मेरे को कि जब फिल्मों की बातें होती हैं, फिल्मी कलाकारों की बातें होती हैं, तो बहुत सारे लोग इंटरेस्टेड हो जाते हैं उन फ़िल्मों को देखने के लिए, फ़िल्मी कलाकारों को मिलने के लिए। जब किताबों की बात होती है, तो फिर कई लोग उतने उतावले नहीं होते किताबों के बारे में, किताबें पढ़ने के बारे में। ये पता नहीं नया ट्रेंड आ रहा है कि क्या आ रहा है कि सबके अटेंशन स्पैन इतनी छोटी-छोटी होती जा रही है कि मोटी-मोटी किताबें पढ़ने का उनका शौक खत्म हो गया है। पर कई ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्हें किताबें अभी भी पसंद हैं, अभी भी वो प्यारे से मौसम में, अपने एकांत में किताब को लेके बैठते हैं और किताबों की कहानियों से जुड़ते हैं। और ये जो किताबें होती हैं, जो कहानियाँ होती हैं, ये हमें फ़िक्शनल वर्ल्ड में ले जाती हैं, रियलिटीज़ में ले जाती हैं, हमें कई चीज़ों की एजुकेशन दिलाती हैं। तो एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो कई लोगों को शौक होता है और जिनको शौक नहीं होता है, मैं उनको कहूँगा कि शौक पालें क्योंकि इट इज़ वन ऑफ दोज़ थिंग्स व्हिच रियली ट्रांसपोर्ट्स यू इंटू डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड। तो आज हमारे इस प्रोग्राम में मैं लेके आ रहा हूँ 3 गेस्ट को, शिरीष नेने, नीमा नेने एंड नीरजा त्रिपाठी, जो हमारे साथ बात करेंगे आने वाले इस लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल के बारे में कि कब हो रहा है, कहाँ हो रहा है, क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं, कौन-कौन आ रहा है, कितना कॉस्ट है, सारे क्वेश्चन जो लोगों के दिमाग में आ रहे होंगे लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल को लेके, उसके बारे में बातें करेंगे, उसके साथ आप सबके साथ शेयर करेंगे और आपको इनवाइट करेंगे डीसी साउथ एशियन लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल के लिए। तो मैं बुलाता हूँ हमारे पास शो में शिरीष। हाय शिरीष, हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
I'm doing great, Rajiv. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show, and I'm going to call Nima. Hi Nima, how are you?
Namaste, everybody. Good to be
Namaste.
here.
And Nirja. Hi Nirja, how are you doing?
Namaste Rajiv ji and everyone. Good to be here.
अरे नो राजीव जी, राजीव ही ठीक हूँ यार नीरजा, क्यों क्यों जी में जाते हो? जी को हम संभाल के रखते हैं शशि थरूर जी के लिए, जो
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
जो हमारे यहाँ वॉशिंगटन डीसी आने वाले हैं फॉर द लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल फॉर द ओपनिंग डे which will be on Friday evening. So I'm going to start with Shirish. Shirish, मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ आपसे कि ये फेस्टिवल क्या है, कब हो रहा है, कहाँ हो रहा है, इसके बारे में थोड़ी जानकारी दीजिए।
Thank you, Rajiv. So, ये फेस्टिवल जो है, जो लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल है, let's start off with quickly what it's about. It is a neutral, inspirational platform. उसका क्या मतलब होता है? Neutral ये है कि everyone is welcome. It is many voices. We want to welcome all these voices. Happens once a year. Has been happening for the last 4 or 5 years now. It starts on May 5th and goes on through May 14th. So there are two parts to it. One is in person and one is virtual. So May 5th to May 7th. And I'm going to speak in English because
absolutely.
we have a number of people who are not South Asian. And I want to make sure all of you are welcome and you know just how welcome you are. So the online, the in-person, May 5th, we have opening night with Mr. Shashi Tharoor. He's a member of parliament from India. He has won the Sahitya Academy Award. He's written 24 books and he's an incredibly eloquent speaker. It starts at 7:30 on May 5th, which is a Friday. It's in Rockville at the Krieger Auditorium in the Jewish Community Center. And that will be followed by dinner with Mr. Tharoor at the Bombay Bistro in Tysons. Now, both these events are, you can purchase tickets for them either together or separately. Uh, this, by the way, is the only paid portion, but it's well worth your while. You get, for those of you who are familiar with Mr. Tharoor, he's an incredible speaker. Don't miss it. The next day, Saturday and Sunday, we start respectively at 11:30 and go on till 6, and at noon, or rather 12:30 and go on to 6 on Sunday. We have in-person authors. We've got an incredible array of authors, and remember, this platform is for authors. It's bringing new writers, fresh voices, established voices, but just as important, it's for you. And what that means is you get a chance to interact with these authors, interact with each other. We have, what's better than chai and samosa with friends on Sunday? We have that plan on Sunday. Moving on from May 8th through May 14th is the virtual segment of our programs. And we have them starting from 10:30 or 11 during the day and going right on through the night. What's important is we recognize there are people from all over the world who are joining in. And we've tried to schedule these sessions so that it meets the needs of the people in the different areas. And you know what? I love the comments. We heard Mala just come in and wish us the best.
Thank you.
Mala, we hope to see you there. This is, or if it's virtual, join out there. We have some.
Yeah, Shirish, Mala is from Atlanta, so when what virtual sessions are there, we'll surely share the link with her for her to join from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Come on, and it's a time for all of us to talk. You talked about log kitabein padhte, but people read less books. The attention span is less. But here's a little secret, open secret that we all know. We can only meet so many people in person. What these books, these authors are doing for us is they're opening the world. And you can meet so many different people. Come meet all these people through the books. And for those of you who can, come in person or join our virtual sessions. It's easy. The easiest way to register is go to www.dcsaci.org. That's the DC South Asian Arts Council, dcsaci.org, and very simple instructions. You can register early so that you can get the early bird free registration.
That's great, Shirish. That's great information. One thing from my side, right? The opening event is ticketed event, but the Saturday and Sunday, the Writer Center events are on donation. It is free, but you're welcome to donate for the event. It's free parking. It's in Bethesda. I do not see any good reason that if you are free on Saturday afternoon or you're free on Saturday morning, Saturday evening, why would you not come and get the experience from these authors? Get to learn from their experiences, get to learn about their stories, get to learn about what they have expressed through their books. And many of the authors may also provide the autographs for the books that the people who are coming to the Writer Center to watch. So if you're free on Saturday afternoon and something is free, why would you not do it? What else would you need? What And on Sunday, as Shirish was saying, we even have chai and samosa kind of event, right? Where you
Yeah.
come and interact with the authors, we get to talk to the authors, as well as get free chai and free samosa. और कितनी चीजें हम free देंगे to get the people to come and join us. But this is so educational. It's something so enlightening that we are giving this platform. And I want to thank Manoj and Geeta for opening this thing up. It's like opening their big heart to educate people, get them interested in reading books. It's a huge thing. So thank you, Manoj and Geeta, for doing that. And Nima, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, as it says, South Asian literary festival, right? DC South Asian Literary Festival. Is it really steering towards a certain demographic, or is it open to everyone? What kind of an audience or what kind of people we should be expecting to see come out there?
Okay, well, first of all, it does say the festival highlights most of South Asian countries and people, authors from South Asian descent. But audience-wise, anybody can come and enjoy that. So anyone who enjoys books can come and join this festival, as well as they'll get a chance to meet some authors who've written many books, as well as some upcoming authors that you get to meet who eventually will be the well-known authors that you enjoy. So if you've ever wondered what life is like in South Asian countries and are curious about it, well, these authors who are either South Asian or South Asian descent, or people here, right here in America with South Asian backgrounds, may have written these books and stories. They tell the stories about their lives and their experiences. And this way you'll get a chance to really get to know what South Asian culture is all about and everything about the diaspora of South Asia. And then, after all, you realize when you read all these books that we all come to an understanding that all of us are human beings experiencing life and doing the best we can, no matter where we are in the world. So I encourage everyone to come support this festival, to share, to give a little bit of yourself and learn a lot about other people and mix with people who are there and enjoy your time with them. And then maybe make a friend or two.
Right, exactly. And Nima and everyone here, as well as the audience, what I would like to share is many a times a lot of stories like
Yeah.
develop in my mind, a lot
Yeah.
of thoughts that come in my mind, which I think can be written in the paper and shared with everyone else. A lot of people do write blogs as such to share those stories or their experiences with people. But my question always has been, or my curiosity always has been, how do you
Uh-oh.
take that leap to becoming an author to publish a book? Right, writing on the blog on the internet or something is easier. There are many platforms where you can go and write and they can accept it, but publishing a book is a journey of sitting down, penning those stories, editing it, making sure you proofread it, you're going to the publisher. And these authors, many of them are local authors here in the DC area, as well as the authors who are traveling from India. And there are authors who are first time authors. And we would love to hear from them about their courage and their journey to publish these books. And that's one thing
Yeah,
that
you can
I'm
ask
really
questions.
interested in sitting down and learning about from them.
Yeah,
So, Neerja, question
Absolutely.
for you.
absolutely.
What kind of authors, or who are the authors we are expecting to see or hear from during this festival?
So, as Shiriji and Nimaji so rightly said, we have a gamut. I mean, our writers, authors, they are as well known and as established as Mr. Shashi Tharoor, and we have a poetess of renown, Arundhati Subramaniam. She, both of these have won Sahitya Academy Award in their time. But actually, Arundhati has won it just in 2020 for one of her books. But then on the other end of the spectrum, we have really up and coming author like Soma, who are coming there with their very first book, and we get to learn just the whole craft, the whole spectrum of book writing craft, or getting their message to the people craft. We also have one of our local celebrity, Monica Bhide, coming to join. She started as a cookbook author, but she has made the transition to a fiction author also, and her book has done very, very well. Then we have Dr. Anita Nahal. She is a Pushcart Prize nominated author, and she is going to be there too. Then we have Siba Sirohi. Miss Sirohi is actually a journalist of some renown. She has been a journalist for a very long time. She has written books, and foreign policy she is an expert on. So, and then we have somebody very interesting. फैज अहमद फैज, जिनको भी शायरी का शौक है, किसने नाम नहीं सुना, उनके grandson will be joining us. He is also an author of renown. He has written the biography of his grandfather, of course, among other books, and he'll be there to talk about his craft and his grandfather and how. So that's these are just a few of the authors that I'm telling you about. That there will be there's a litany of them, new ones, old ones, local ones, joining from India, all over.
कभी इश्क किया, कभी काम किया। फैज़ अहमद फैज़ साहब की बहुत ही उम्दा कविता है इस पे। उसके बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे, पर to meet Faiz Ahmed Faiz Saab's grandson during this event and being able to talk to him, because just a small tidbit. I was doing some research on Faiz Ahmed Faiz Saab, like just going through many of his writings, the Inqlabi writings, and going back to the history. I came across the YouTube channels where my Mama Ji, Dr. Gopichand Narang, was part of the Mushairas. He was leading the Mushaira, and specially done for Faiz Ahmed Faiz Saab. दोनों एक साथ बैठे थे और उनकी गुफ्तगू मैं सुन रहा था। इतनी मिठास थी उनकी आवाज़ में, गोपीचंद नारंग जी की आवाज़ में, कि मैं मंत्रमुग्ध हो रहा था सुनते हुए और जानते हुए फैज़ अहमद फैज़ साहब के बारे में, उनकी जर्नी के बारे में, उनकी कविताओं के बारे में। So I'm really looking forward to meeting with his grandson and talking to him about his grandfather Faiz Ahmed Faiz Saab. और आपने सोमा की बात निकाली, उससे just मुझे याद आया कि she even offered to the people who will be coming to interact with her,
Yes.
that if they are part of the book club or something like that, she first of all, she'll be very happy to give the first 25 people who register and come for this event free autographed books, so they don't even have to buy it. Now they're coming for a free event, free parking, and free book. I don't know what else we can throw in as free, throw in the red carpet or something. As well as she is willing to talk to the book club people. If they buy the book and they're putting in their book club, she'll be more than happy to join them virtually and interact with them. And I'm sure many of the local authors would be happy to do that also. आप मोनिका की बात कर रहे थे. I know her book has been read in many of the reading book clubs,
Yes.
and she has interacted with the people. So that's another big thing, right? Interacting with the authors about understanding what went into writing those books.
Yeah.
Where did those stories come from? Were they
Absolutely.
real-time experiences or something else? So Neerja, one more question.
Absolutely.
What are some of the ways that you can get most from this festival? Like if some people are coming, how they can maximize on it?
Well, we have panel discussions, and I think those panel discussions are something of a beauty too, because many authors and writers and people connected with the artistic community, they are going to be on stage discussing a topic, and people can get a whole lot out of it, because there they really go in the nitty-gritty of discussing their craft, discussing the ideas or the motifs that encourage them, that inspire them. So if you come for the festival for your favorite author, do try to also hang in there and take advantage of one of the panel discussions. Panel discussions are going to be great. We have one that's actually the author is local, Dr. Meenakshi Mohan, and her art is actually right now, even as we speak, is hanging in local places. She has written a book called Tapestry of Women in Indian Mythology, and there will be a quasi panel discussion regarding it, where they will be talking about women's role and what inspires what's the inspiration, what shape the inspiration takes. Then we have another a good one. It's on Sunday. It's Memoirs of Hindi and Bengali Theater. So
I
it's
was
good.
going to bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Sushil Ratan and Arindam Ghosh. They join Manoj Tiwari, Harish Nawal, Sushil Ratan, and they talk about the intricacies and the intersection of Hindi and Bengali theater, and as well as the writing that goes in it, the playwright's role in it, but also the process of theater, because that is a process in itself, taking a piece of written drama and converting it into theater. Then we have another nice one. It's called Silver Years and Golden Voices. These are specifically about Indian women writers and artists.
Hmm.
So that's virtually, and it's on Saturday, May 13th.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that,
I'm so looking forward to, because um, not only getting the read the book, understand the author, but their experiences of writing the book,
yeah,
their thought process behind writing the book is very intriguing. That's one thing I'm really want to talk to each one of them. And
yeah.
Suresh, a question for you. Um, the generally, like when I'm going, and there's so many authors that are being discussed here, so many authors will be coming and talking about their books. Do we need to read all the books for us to interact with them? And the reason I asked that question, there's a whole objective that each one of them are writing the story on various aspects, right? Because some may be biographies, some may be fiction, some may be you talked about Meenakshi Mohan's book as such, about tapestry of women and the arts, etc. Like, uh, not just generalistically asking the question, but if we read that book, you will understand the feelings behind the book and be able to interact more better with these authors. So how do we manage that?
So I like to think of the literary festival as a tapas festival. You get a little sampling of each one. You get that, and for me, it's like a treasure hunt. Like you took the example of Meenakshi Mohan's book. It's a compilation of different poems, Indian women, or women in Indian mythology, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as I read that book, and by the way, that book is going to be launched in the festival. That's another thing where you can say, I was there. But what happens is you get a taste of a book. I ran into stories I'd never heard. They were completely new to me. And then I look and I get richer because I learn something more. Or I go inside. When I read these poems, it makes me think. And I discover new perspectives. And that's true with each one of these books. So by no means do you have to read every book to enjoy this festival. You're coming out there, it's a tapas, it's a smorgasbord, you sample things, and follow your heart to whichever direction. And here you've got so many wonderful doors, magical doors that are opening. That's why literary festivals are an absolutely must, and especially this one, because what Manoj and Geeta ji have done is they have kept open voices.
Yeah.
There's nothing is suppressed. You find your choice, and I can guarantee you're going to find many that you'll absolutely love. Don't stress about, I got to read this book, I'm going to have a quiz at the end. No, you're not. You're here to enjoy yourself.
Exactly. That's what I would recommend everyone. Like like on the weekends, right? We find places to go to. We explore new places. We visit new places. Why not visit and explore the world of the literary world,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, I
Be
was thinking
there.
of that.
Why not explore that? It's in Bethesda. If nothing else, you'll walk into a restaurant, grab coffee or something, walk into Writers Center, and meet these authors. There's nothing to lose. I don't know what else can I say to motivate the people to come out there and be part of this literary festival.
Yep.
And for very selfish reasons, I'd say come, because I would like to meet you and get your opinion as we hear all these authors and these discussions. I love discussing this thing with the people who come. So for my very selfish reason, I would love to meet you. So please come.
Yeah, and more, I also want them to come, and I want to meet them too for one more reason, And I will ask another question, Shirish, to you after this is, eh, Manoj and Geeta are bringing the literary festival. We want it to grow. So I would like to know from people why they came, or the people who did not come or even came for half an hour or so, why did they not stay? What else could we have done? What can we do better? What else can we bring to the literary festival to entice their excitement to come and be part of this festival? So, Shirish, tell me, how did it even get started? Where did this thought come up?
So this festival, the film festival, and from this year the music festival, are all organized under the auspices of the DC South Asian Arts Council that Manoj and Geeta founded. I have the privilege of making a small contribution as a board member to the Arts Council, and on each one, what we've tried to do is bring these independent artists, these authors, blended with well-established ones, and give them a voice. We like to think of ourselves as an international ambassador for these voices. That's what all these festivals are about, the literary festival no less. To bring different voices, you hear them, and just as important, like you just mentioned, Rajiv, we want to hear, not to entice, but to serve this community. And this community is people who have some kind of interest with South Asia. You don't have to be South Asian. A number of my friends who come out there who are interested in these events are not South Asian by ethnicity, but there's a corner of their hearts. All of us, we're so fortunate living in this area. We've been to French festivals. I go to a Viking festival in Manassas.
Yep.
Now,
Exactly.
South Asia, come out here. The whole idea is to serve this interest, bring us closer together, understand each other. And that's what Geeta and Manoj have brought together with this platform. Independent voices, established voices, starting meaningful conversations, be it through film, through literature, through books, or through music.
Yep.
Viva la artist.
Yeah.
So
So
I am a management consultant by profession, right? So whenever I think about something, I always thinking about presentations. I'm talking about a workflow. Whenever I get curious about certain thing, my workflow mind starts thinking. And here I'm thinking like what people can really learn from literary festival. The kind of question that I would be thinking about is from concept to the reality to the market, right? You come up with a thought. How do you write that thought, pen that thought together? At what point do you think I can turn these thoughts or stories into a book as such? And then how do you go about publishing that book? And before publishing, there are sub workflows to it. Then how do you market that book? And at the end of everything, what do you get out of it? Like, you put so much energy, so much money, etc. What is in it for you? What do you get out from being an author? Those are the kind of things I want to learn from everyone, and I want to be in a stage where I walk out of these things on 6th or 7th and come back home and say, I need to get all my thoughts together and start saying, how do I become an author when I can be represented in the next year's DC South Asian Literary Festival as such? Those are my curiosity, and I'm sure many of us here would be having the similar curiosity about
absolutely.
penning their stories down, penning their thoughts down, and taking that into a book.
Yep.
Yeah, I think as you get older, you start to think about all the experiences you've had, and you think, this is something that I would like to tell the world as well. And then so this is a place for you to come and meet some people and see how they've done it, so that you might get inspired to do the same yourself. And it's a great place for people to start new book clubs, so they can meet the authors and have them come and actually join virtually in the sessions and things like that. So I would love for people, instead of going to a museum, this is a limited time offer, if you will. They're only here for during this week, so change your plans if you're planning to go to a museum, and come to the literary festival instead, and you can do the museum later. So
Yeah, as you go to museum to the literary festival, right?
Yeah.
Walk in there.
Yeah.
Very close to the Bethesda metro station. You can just walk up to Knight Writer Center, uh, attend the event, go out for dinner, have a beautiful weekend as such. Shirish, so on a closing, please help us or plus help the audience understand where this is happening, how do they get the tickets, uh, what do they have to do, just one more time for them to get motivated to come.
Okay, it is extremely simple. It's been made really easy. Think DC South Asian Arts Council. So www.dcsaci.org. Go out there. The website will get you very easy to follow directions. Things for you to remember. We have this literary festival has an in-person part and a virtual part. In person, 5th, 7:30 in the evening, with Mr. Shashi Tharoor, very eloquent speaker. If you would like, there's dinner afterwards. Both tickets can be purchased separately or jointly. 6th through 7th is at the Bethesda Writer Center with Shashi Tharoor. It's at the Jewish Community Center, the Krieger Auditorium in Rockville. Bethesda Writer Center, both have free parking, plenty of it. So you go to Smithsonian and you're worried about parking. You're not going to be worried about that here. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's as easy as that. The rest of it is online, but you have to register early.
It's a dcsaci.org.
DC, SA for South Asian, ACI for Arts Council, Inc. Okay. And when we share this post,
it's a .org, right? Shirish, it's a
.org.
.org.
Correct. And it's so simple.
Just confirming this is the one, right?
That's the one.
That's the one.
Okay, I'll leave it out there and go
One
and
way
get
to
your
roll the ball.
Writer Center, go get the passes so that you don't get disappointed on the day of the event because some of the sessions may go full. I'm looking really forward to a few of the sessions on Saturday and Sunday. I'm surely looking forward to Manoj Tiwari, Sushil Ratans, my theater counterparts, and to hear from their experiences. Sushil Arindam and Manoj and everyone sitting and talking about theater, their conversation about that. I'm looking forward to moderating Soma Bose's session. I do want many of you guys to come out there and be part of that session because all of these questions I'm eager to ask and get the answers for. I'm looking forward to Shashi Tharoor's session on Friday, and I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot from that particular session. Many of the other authors that Nirja talked about, I'm looking forward. Monica, Meenakshi, many others who are coming. I'm looking forward to those panel discussions. And I cannot say enough. If nothing else, and maybe I'll motivate you guys to say, I will be there. If anyone wants to get a picture with me, I'll be there for you guys to come out there and meet me.
I want a picture with you, Rajiv.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing, Shirish, what else can I say to motivate someone to come out to this literary festival? So I hope to see you guys next weekend during the sessions. I'm looking forward to learning a lot more, and I hope to see you guys there. So, and Manoj and Geeta, thank you so much for doing this, what you guys are doing,
Yes.
and we all will
And thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you.
And thank you for all the sponsors.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajiv, for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
having us.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Have a good night.
And for all the best the wishes from the audience, thank you. We
Thank
look
you,
forward to seeing you.
Rajiv. Have a good
Thank you
night.
so much. Thank you, guys. Good night.
Bye.
We will see you there. Yeah.
We'll see you there.
Good night.
Yes. Good night.